Welcome back to the next Redux episode, which is the first episode 2 Turnabout Sisters.
Yeah, we are, as you know, we are doing all the old ones again because our quality back then was shit. Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling you because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. Clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the finger, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way. Yes. Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Burgers. Like, burgers! Yes! I can really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting.
9:27 a.m.
No, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye.
No! I wonder who it is!
Number 5, 9:08 p.m. Banco offices. What's
Someone there. Oh, Chief? Chief? Chief!
And she collapsed.
The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. It's not seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly.
Damn.
The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. A piece of paper? It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be?
Ooh.
How did it fall from her hand and go that way?
That's a very good question.
A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Oh. Right! I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart.
I'm not sure what this is.
What was that? Someone screaming from the outside of the window? Yeah, it's her.
Yeah.
She's staring right at me. Excuse me, but who are you?
Maya Faye.
Maya. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Ah, they arrived quick.
Yeah, wow. Police!
Hi, Gumshoe.
Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see?
Gumshoe?
We received a report from the building across the way, see? A person saying they saw a murder.
Must have been that woman I saw. Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have. Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me. No. Here's what Maya, you mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here and noted her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out till the next morning. My eyes were heavy. but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
He looked so tired. So am I, actually.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Of course I will. I'm the best lawyer there is. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. I'm the best.
Really?
What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
Oh, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. Looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that? No. I never thought.
It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think I might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said.
What a bitch.
I'm sorry.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
Did you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold onto a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, the clock's shaped like the finger.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it? Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I ever was in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me?
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
The office is filled with police officers. Get the hell out of my office. They're all busily searching for clues.
Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal! No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. And that Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. Don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
She thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. We'll talk about Mia. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. You can see the report, but that's all. Okay.
Death was instant. She died at 9?
Well, okay.
About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win.
Why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth.
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him especially sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon.
Oh boy.
I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Oh my god, it's kind of adorable.
That is kind of adorable, yeah.
You think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh. He's on to me.
Something the matter?
Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone.
This? It says to Steel Samurai, warrior of New Old Tokyo. To Steel Samurai. An action hero on TV.
Yeah. You see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct.
Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go.
Seems you didn't notice a recorded conversation.
You all done, pal?
Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyery ways, pal.
I didn't even consider that until just now. Thank you. Come to think of it, I completely forgotten about her. The witness.
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about it.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then?
You're trying your lawyer tricks on me now. And she's not to go outside her room until the trial.
Oh, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May.
Just...
Well, hello there, handsome. Hi? Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Oh, she's so stupid.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
Oh my god.
There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer, really obviously for some reason.
Yeah, very obviously.
I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy!
You can even see her eye and smile twitching.
You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside that drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe! Incident! You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Oh my god.
I better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer. Are you hitting on me?
Oh my god.
No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. All right. Can you tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like noisy little lawyers. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me?
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? Came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. Can't go taking case on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
I think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now, I don't have more to discuss with you.
That's, quite a painting.
Aha! You noticed! It's my pride and joy. Impressiveness. Well, isn't it? All of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
Dude, I can't even afford Maya. I could not afford that painting. I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
Okay. I'm not buying. Jeez. Hiya. Who just comes in? Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find a lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her?
You don't mean you refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers.
How does that work?
Yeah, I'm wondering how that works too.
Okay, 1, I feel bad for her all by herself on that mountain. And 2, you're not independent even 2 years later. You're still stuck to Phoenix. So, who's this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim.
Wow. So what happened?
The case was solved. We fought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Police consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White.
It's a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well, I don't know.
I
can't abandon you. You're my special someone, Maya. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. And now my only friend is a guy that has a name, Butts.
Yeah.
What a terrible time to be alive.
Really is.
How did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Whew. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. I know I said I'm going to defend you and everything, but I need to confirm this. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next?
Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are?
I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver your room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave.
Wait, how's my chance to sneak around a bit?
I almost forgot.
Ah! You came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name before? White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Get it? There's a screwdriver sticking out of this half-open drawer. Let's look at it again. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this?
Now that is a very unique thing to have.
Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy! Still there? Uh-oh. Time scram!
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or it'll be on me in an instant. Man, the fangirls would love that.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence you committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case. Your Honor, witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides on the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the finger found next to the body, sir. If it was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in the girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found deceased, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence you did, sir. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I can see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. Heck, what? Hey, Maya just threw something at me.
Okay, just...
A witness account describing her, okay? Hold on just one second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it.
Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
Well, what? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective, hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
These are the good old days when he was actually a proper detective.
Yeah. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab tests results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before she died, yeah. That's the one. Yep.
I object! Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying?
This isn't one of those lawyer tricks, now is it? Of course you wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to blow from a blunt object.
How could you tell?
Yeah, I have no idea, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say?
Yeah, I want to say something. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report?
Huh? I've heard...
I'm disappointed in you. Handing him the wrong report like that. You're at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
What?
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
The evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. A witness, your name, please? Oh no.
April May, at your service!
The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aww! Yes, Your Honor! This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom.
Yeah, obviously.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Oh no! Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know?
Oh my god, she really is playing.
And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. One attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Oh my god.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Wait, Your Honor, I am legally allowed to do a cross-examination.
Yep. Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
And then turning the whole case around based on those tiny little faults.
Yep.
Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. I didn't know she was the defendant. Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person that seen the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks, just like you, April May. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Wow, she's really wearing a short skirt.
Yeah, really, really short, and I get a feeling I know why. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes! What is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Yeah, seriously, no one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her! And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me.
Oh, yeah.
However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way that night of the murder. We do know.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Ah! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling.
The court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Oh, God. Your testimony again, if you would.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
The right.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? How do you know it's a clock?
Yeah, how do you know it's a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
That clock, that statuey clock, the thinker. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that is important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've got murders with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Not possible. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law office of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The Law & Co. offices where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. You would easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because, Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look right now.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork.
This witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May?
Tesk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, and there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. Can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. For some reason, a recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
The defendant's cell phone? This also brought it to my attention.
Neither was the updated autopsy report, so fuck you! Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
Detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
Poor guy. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella.
So you just want me to hold on to the finger for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clock without. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
I think this makes it clear that Clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before.
Assuming? It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores! Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh! Go Super Saiyan! What the hell? What the fuck?
Oh, the heart turns upside down.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? We did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Silly me.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how do you know the weapon was a clock?
Oh my god.
God, that's so nice.
You know, she kind of reminds me of a JoJo character.
Yeah, she really does with that face. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior?
Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of this matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Tell me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Have a look at this. Ah! Ooh! There's... I found this in Miss May's room. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Ah!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. I present the defendant's cell phone. Again!
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Oh my god, this again.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the finger. It tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone?
Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Now to deal the final blow. Miss May, what is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you? You killed her, didn't you? What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretapping. Oops. But wait, I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl. Can you prove it? No way can she prove it. You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer? But I can prove it, and I will! You can't be serious. No way! Okay, so, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
There you go. The witness was not at the scene at the time of the murder.
So where does that leave us?
It's my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. The testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I believe we are ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. Having to be of service.
The witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her room at 9, on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. You can see what he's looking at.
Uh-huh.
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice.
Yeah, 9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
You were sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely. How come you're so very certain?
Oh, well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, she favored me with, an embracer, sir.
Embracer? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for a kiss, sir. Not a French kiss, sir. More a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir.
I think Miss May was up to something and wanted that bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there.
Witness may leave the stand.
Can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all.
This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May.
Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really.
Oh, wait, excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment?
Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there.
What did you say?
Right out quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask?
That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister here, Miss Edgeworth, who, he asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Damn it, Edgeworth.
You fool!
Miss April May checked in to a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room.
That's right, sir.
We have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hope that's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as had been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at that time of the murder.
What a convenient little setup. It's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like that if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
That amateur accusation, sir. Ludicrous. The court acknowledges the defense's argument.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that has been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this.
Oh, it's very dank.
It's really quite moving. Not! You stinking lawyer! I hope you die!
Damn, that face.
Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what does he wish to ask me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? No way, Jose! Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aww, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep! This woman is impossible to talk to. Huh, looks like Grossberg is out today. Again, what's this? Old photos. There are 2 lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the back. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. DL6 incident, Exhibit B. I think I'll swap them.
Ah, welcome, sir.
Sorry for putting you on the spot like that.
No, not at all, sir.
Let's talk about Miss May.
Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her, she'd do it, I said.
Do what? Starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May.
He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carried the scent of danger.
There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. Take a look at this photo. Is this handsome devil the same man that was here?
That's him, detective.
I'm the lawyer.
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I'll be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Just hurry up and write it. You again! Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Do you know this man? Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you? Aha! A reaction. She's JoJo again. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? Do you have proof that was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. Ooh, fine. I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air like you just don't care?
I can just imagine Phoenix doing that.
Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corp. Information gathering. Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. So, this is the man that was with you the night of the murder. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Because Google doesn't exist yet. What's with the surreal decor?
Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage.
What the?
Your name. What's your name? I was just inquiringly asking the title that you go by.
Right. Phoenix Wright. Fireably.
Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the, wordly challenged.
What a fruitcake.
So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretary. What a shock as it was to hear what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does get information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is inevitable that she would do this.
It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Well, duh.
Obviously.
On the night of the murder, were you in Miss April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place.
The hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand.
He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness?
Because he's wealthy as hell?
You should have seen the same thing as April May.
Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement.
What kind of company is Blue Corp, anyway?
Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say. We are the future.
Sell information?
Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue.
Damn, who'd have thought?
I, Red, White, of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before.
Oh?
Just yesterday, actually.
Your point being?
My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
Huh? A lawyer?
No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Silch. Simple. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
What? Ugh. Ugh. I got my ass kicked. He punched me.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it. But it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? Yes?
Yes, it is. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's. Yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live a life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss.
Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should, clear my throat?
Jumping to your house! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You looked so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I was just thinking about this whole mess.
So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh? Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, how would it, my boy?
There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you noticed.
How couldn't I?
I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. All because of the DL6 incident. As you may have guessed, suspected I could have stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
So he's like any other rich guy in America, got it. What?
Yes, I hear he has quite a close connection with the president, too.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. Her name was Misty Fay. Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. So the police called her a fraud. I did all I could for her. In the end, he had her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. One person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It's an embarrassment to me now. As I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. Secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it. Came to me. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, a close look at Mia's office. She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Wait, this? All the cases the chief ever worked on are filled here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest parts here at the end in S. Suicide. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one.
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia?
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others.
What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second. Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White.
Excuse me?
What I should be doing now is going after you.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be...
Secretary's office? We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this?
I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about?
In the Mia Fey case, I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. Looks dazed, but could be violent. I'm telling you to send the police. Now. Did I not tell you? Mr. Wrong, you're a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts. Harry Butts.
Yes. Harry Butts, of course. Right, actually. Don't tell him that. Phoenix, right. My friend's name is Larry.
All right. Sorry, pal. Butts was the murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. The trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention?
Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you.
Shouldn't our perspectives be switched then?
Yeah, it kinda should.
I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean you? I don't believe it. How many people does that man destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well, you could cheer me on for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Dress up too. Huh? Yeah, like that.
All right, leave it to me. I better get a uniform and some pom-poms.
Wait.
What?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. Then come to the trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show him a thing or two.
Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. This is so stupid.
Yup.
Almost all finish in a day, most with guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. I forgot he did. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today.
Phoenix, look!
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth.
What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story.
I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Including sending me to my death.
How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty.
Well, court will be starting soon.
What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not...
I'll be defending myself.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, opening statement, please.
As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime.
Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey?
I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man. Besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage?
Damn.
Your name? Yes, that is what I said. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, I'll use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know?
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your testimony.
Well, let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly reading some papers by the window. And then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him. A spy-yet man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
Very well, defendants. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
I think this is where we would have to press to find out which way she ran, and then we can counter it or something.
Yeah, probably.
Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left.
There it is.
Yep. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. So this is where we would then present this thing. They dodge and attack to the right. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right.
Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Oh, that face.
I love that face.
Very strange. I did see her turn to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. Yeah, of course he isn't lying.
He isn't, no, because it works both ways. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left, so he did witness the killing.
Yes.
Miss May says right, and Mr. Wright says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction.
There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears that I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well, let's hear your revised testimony.
And Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left.
Uh-huh.
And then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow.
That's 2 hits?
Yep, that is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
So present the autopsy there?
Basically.
Okay. Present? This is easy. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow.
Huh?
I love that face.
Yep.
What do you have to say to that? Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect?
I'll refrain from using this phrase from now on.
Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Screw it. I can't speak.
Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away. Very well. Witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now.
Oh, yeah, because
White.
you're dealing with a rich man. Obviously, the crowd is going to be on your
Yeah,
side.
the crowd hates rich people. The average person hates rich people.
Yup. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I... Oh.
What thing?
Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. Then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Whap.
Whap indeed. Well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over. Don't worry. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing?
That, the glass light stand.
How do you know that? Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene.
Doesn't something about that strike you as odd?
Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White,
Huh? What?
you're saying you saw the glass light stand.
Yes?
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad.
Witness will revise his testimony.
Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand.
What?
Look at this.
These are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes?
If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Note that the stand is not within the visible area. What do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Mr. White?
What's he gonna do? Mr. White, you did it, didn't you?
Oh, Mr. Your Honor.
Miss Mia. That's far enough, Phoenix writes.
What? Ugh, forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, Confess that you placed a wiretap.
The wiretap?
Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Faye's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles.
Ugh, give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I reached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place, when he went to the place to place the wiretap. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theories reveal for the baseless conjecture it is.
You will testify to the court about this wiretapping.
Leave it to me. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound?
Correct, that is right.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
Yeah, What am I supposed to do now? Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo.
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. Time has come for you to admit your defeat.
No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Phoenix! Phoenix, over here!
I know that voice. Mia?
Never give up, Phoenix!
Mia? Where am I? I'm dead. The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating.
You're finally awake.
Ah!
And you collapsed again. Hey, Phoenix. Jack, as a way to read an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. There it
That's
is.
better. That makes sense. You're Maya?
Didn't you know that Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you.
But...
You've already won.
Huh?
You have that receipt in the court record, right? Look at the front of the receipt.
It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow. Big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th.
Oh.
September 4th!
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
He said he saw the stand the week before the murder.
Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it.
Deus Ex Mia strikes again.
Yep.
Oh no, this is the first time, I think.
Yep.
Is the defendant, rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright?
I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
There's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that's required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Miss Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Miss Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
You're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. Would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Let me just get my reading glasses. There we go. Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. Huh?
Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there.
Ah!
Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible.
Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of...
Edgeworth.
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright.
What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot, it's Edgeworth.
There's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need the time to make one more inquiry into this matter.
This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object.
Yep.
Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further.
I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay.
Mia?
Phoenix, read this note out loud.
Your Honor, if I may.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mio had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop! Desist! Hold! Please! Stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt. Right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press.
I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I didn't mean Miss Mia with the finger.
Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. You've done it again. It's quite a spirited defense with a spirit, literally.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
This court finds the defense. Right. The defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Yay. Does no one question Mia?
Yeah, apparently not.
That is all. This court adjourned.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born at Faye.
I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side.
I'm glad you made it. Thank you. Phoenix, there's a lot to help me. And Maya, I won't forget it as long as I live.
As long as you live.
My time here's running. Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here for that long.
What? No! There's still so much to say!
I'm sure we'll meet again. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9?
The office? It's my office now. Being here. It's hard not to think about that night.
You came! I was kind of worried you might not.
Huh? Of course I came.
Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger?
Yeah?
You should see your face. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya.
Maya?
What? Did I look like my sister?
Look like you were! Maya? Why are you here?
See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me.
Take care of... Huh?
She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here, ready to get down to business. That's where it starts. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. You know what this means? We're partners.
You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Thanks, Maya.
Aww.
Aww. Phoenix's face.
Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here. Watching.